Alright, here's the most recent thing I've built here in Robocraft. It's a tier 2 sliding, sledding, thruster deal. And you'll see exactly how I built it in the silhouette. It's the exact shape and position of the little arrow. And this is one of the first things I've goofed around with when I realized there's a mirroring tool, which made this thing a lot easier. So what we've got here is something like, I don't know, 10 or 12 forward thrusters, tier 2s, and a big heavy thing. What is it? 300 cubes. That's more than most people in tier 2. I'm not trying to abuse them too much with the CPU thing. I'm using 600 CPU here. That's a lot more than anybody in tier 2. But I don't grief people. In fact, I lose with this thing a lot. I mean, come on, it doesn't even have any wheels. Glass cubes, I don't know if you know, are the same armor as white cubes, so there's no downside to me having those. And then I've got these, they're attached to each other, but not to the inner blocks, which has its ups and downs. It's got some survivability. But it's really fun to drive. And one thing I noticed about these thruster-based vehicles that don't have any other movement items is they still seem to accelerate like the old physics used to. This thing really scoots. With the new overclocking thing, everything starts out really slow until you start killing stuff. But you know, you have to be really vigilant. You can't, you know, steer if you're going really fast. So think about it. Nobody ever says anything. Like, hey, wow, it's an arrow. Looks like there's a mouse on the battlefield. Mouse cursor. Maybe nobody can see it from above because everybody's on the ground. But this is a totally valid way to play the game. This is what I love about Robocraft. Yes, they've got all these different categories for you. There's wheels, there's helicopter blades, there's basic 4 main movement types. But the thrusters aren't just an assistant, they can be your only means of propulsion, even if you don't leave the ground. I don't even know if they intentionally thought about that. There's no way of telling. It doesn't matter. That's the thing about a game like this, it's open-ended. I mean, I've put a kind of embarrassing amount of time into it. And that's why. It's a creative team, you can build stuff. It's open-ended. Bad one armor. Makes me look bad. So if you make one of these, meaning a bot that just slides along the ground, you're going to want to make it as balanced as you can. You know, make it the same size on both sides. And they don't steer easily. Like the advantage this thing has is that it's got that big long leverage arm, so it makes those two pair of steering thrusters more effective than it. If you make something that's short, it won't do it as easily. I had a really good design for one that I kind of copied from a guy, and I imagine it still works pretty good. It went all the way down into tier 1. It's one of my really good ones. Tier 1 thruster sled, I think it's called. Yeah, tier 1 megabyte. So that's my little arrow pointer bot. If you have any questions, let me know. We'll see you. Have fun out there.